Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting Chapter 4, Section 1. We're going to be dealing with the idea of slope today. And here's the vocabulary that you need to know. So make sure you're getting this material written down and copied down to your notes, and then all the examples copied down as well. So we're going to start and we're going to calculate slope, and this is kind of how the problems will look like. They'll ask you to find the slope between the points. Couple different ways that we can do this. The first way I'm going to show you is using a slope triangle. And so if we plot these points 3, 4, which is a point right there, and then 6, 6, which is this point right there. If we plot those 2 points, what we're doing is we're counting the rise, so the amount it goes up, over the run, the amount it goes over. So this is a slope triangle. So basically what we do is we draw from the furthest most left point, we count up how many spots. So in this case it's 2. And then from that spot we count over to our right, however many spots that is. In that case this is 3. So our slope becomes 2/3. We count, the rise is 2, the run is 3, so it's 2 over 3. That becomes our slope. We could also do the same thing. We would have the points, we got 1, 5, which is right here, and then 6, 1, which is over here. Okay, now as you know that the points, it looks like it's going downhill from here, and so we start here at the furthest most left point. We go down 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's a -4, and then it's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's right 5. So now our slope is -4 over 5. Okay, so these are using a slope triangle. Slope triangles work really well when the graphs or the points are already plotted, and you always start at the furthest left point and work your way up or down and then to the right. Now we'll also get points that aren't plotted. So in this case we have -4, -6, and -6, -10. So these points aren't plotted. We're not going to plot them. We can find our slope using where we subtract the y values first and then put that over top of the x values. So since our y values tell us how much we go up and down, we start off with -6 and we subtract a -10, and that's the value that goes on top. And then on bottom, so we had this -6 came there, that -10 came there. So now we have -4, which is this value, minus -6, which is this value. So in both cases we have to make both of these plus because we have 2 negatives in a row. And so we have -6 plus 10, which gives us 4, and then -6 plus, or -4 plus 6, which gives us 2. And we can reduce this to 2 over 1, or just 2. And that gives us our slope there. If we plot this both on a graph and do the slope triangle aspect as well, we would get the same answer. Okay, so anytime that you have the ability to simplify, simplify it. Okay, so that is, calculating the slope. Now you'll also be asked to find another point on the line. They'll say, okay, here's your slope of 2/3, and the point that you're given is 3, 4. So find another point. So they'll ask for another one. So what we're going to do here is, if I know that my 2's are my rise or my y values, and 3 is my x values, all we do is in my points, I've got my original point is 3. We're going to add my x value, so it's going to be 3 plus 3, and then my y value is 4, and we're going to add 2, because that's my y value that goes with it. So that gives us a point 6 and 6. That would be another point. We could continue on. We would add 3 again, so this would be a plus 3, plus 2. We'd end up with 9 and 8. And that'd be another point. We could continue on this pattern all the way through. Same works if we've got a slope of 4. Okay, 4 and a slope of 4 over 1 are the same thing. So 4 is my y value. This is my x value. So with the point -2 and 5, we're taking -2 and we are adding 1. And we are taking -5 and we are adding 4. And we end up with -2 plus 1 gives us a -1. 5 plus 4 gives us 9. Could continue on. We'd end up with 0 and 13 if we continue on with the pattern there. Same thing goes if our slope was negative. We'd put the negatives to the y value, have the positives be the x values, and we would add the x's and then end up subtracting the y's. Okay. And then the final aspect of the chapter deals with the idea of horizontal and vertical lines. So we're finding the slope between 4, 6 and 9, 6. So if we do our difference of y's, so in our case our y's are 6 minus 6 and 4 minus 9, we end up with 6 minus 6 gives us 0, and 4 minus 9 equals -5. That's equal to 0. Anything 0 divided by anything 0, this means this is a horizontal line. It has no slope. So the line would look like that. Okay? That's what horizontal means. It goes left to right. If we had point 3, 8 and 3, -4, we'd take our y values, which is 8 minus -4 divided by 3 minus 3. 8 minus -4 is 12, but 3 minus 3 is 0. This is undefined. You can't do it. If you tried this in your calculator, it would say a syntax error. It's undefined. That means it's vertical, and our line would be going straight up and down this way. Okay. Here's the try on your own problem. Find the slope of these 2 points and then determine another point on the line. Your points are -3, 2 and -1, 6. If you have any other questions, make sure you let me know, and have a good day.